flipped the lights on. I said, who is this? As soon as he seen me, y'all, the first thing he did was, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Period. I know y'all miss me because I miss y'all real bad. We got to get into it today. I ain't gonna lie. And where I'm at, like, the air is gonna come on at some point, so that's just a disclaimer. But we definitely got to get into this story, y'all, because oh my gosh, I got played with. I got cheated on bad. And I've been craving juicy crab real bad as well. Almost as bad as I got cheated on. So I was like, yeah, I'm finna give me some seafood. Baby, and we're gonna tell the story. So before I even get into the story, y'all, I have to give y'all a disclaimer. Not a disclaimer, but it's like background information about me. My intuition is so well to the point where I would get sick. My stomach would be hurting me so bad. I'll have dreams, like God be telling me in different forms, like what's going on. Just another disclaimer, y'all. I'm real pretty and all that, but I'm finna get into my seafood, okay? I always say I would never go on the first date to eat seafood or to eat no chicken wings. Because baby, they gonna see me go in. So, you know, everything going good with me and my boo, whatever. I took a trip, a family trip. I love the potatoes, y'all. Before I even went on the family trip, I was telling my boyfriend, I was crying to him. I was like, I keep having these dreams that like you cheating, and I feel like, what's going on? Like, if there's something going on, just tell me, because I feel like this guy trying to tell me something. Like, I really was telling him. He reassuring me, oh no, everything good with me and you. Like, ew, just had the doodle in it. I don't want to use this glove now, y'all. I don't even want to eat this shrimp right there. He reassured me like everything cool. I go out of town on my trip for Thanksgiving. And when I go on my trip for Thanksgiving, I got sick. Y'all, that strawberry lemonade is so good. Mind you, if you listening, I was literally just now saying, I have a very good intuition. When something funny going on, I'll get sick. I have dreams. Mind you, I already had the dream, so this is already the signs. When I was out of town, like, I'm with my family, so yeah, I'm not on the phone with him 24/7. But when it came nighttime and I had did all my events with my family, I'm already knowing I'm gonna call him. I called him and he declined my call, and he put a message, like, you know how you could put like, can I call you later, or I'm busy right now. His message was, I'm in the shower or I'm on a game. A normal girlfriend would take I'm in the shower or I'm on a game as a normal, like, okay, well, I'll just talk to him later. But personally, that was a big red flag for me. And it was very off-putting for me, because this nigga will call me when he in the shower. He will call me when he's on the game and set me up. Like, I can hear the group chat talking and all. Like, this man will call me when he on his deathbed. So it's like, what you mean you in the shower so you can't talk right now? It was just very much like, you giving me the runaround. And it's like, I could tell, but I really couldn't tell. I was young. But basically, that's what he was doing. He was just giving me the runaround. He like, I'm gonna call you when I get out. So I'm like, okay. I didn't get no call. Mind y'all, I was up till I think like 5 in the morning waiting on the call. I ain't get no call. So I'm like, all right, bet. That's when I first started feeling sick. Now, when I didn't get no call that night, my stomach was hurting me really bad, like real bad. And I was not on my period or nothing like that. Even back then at that time on my period, I didn't have cramps like that for real. So for my stomach to be hurting this hard, it was like, okay, something is not right. I'm feeling it and I'm knowing something is not right. I sent him these messages. I'm finna put them on the screen. I was basically saying like, you know, I feel like something was wrong. Like, what's going on with us? Are we good? Are you good? Like, what's up? And he was on the time like, yeah, like, it's just because we haven't seen each other, you know, just because you out of town. Like, it's nothing. Like, that's pure manipulation right there. And he was lying. You're a liar. Once again, I'm going for it. I don't know why I decided to do like a eating thing, because this making me get full faster. I'm gonna take a break real quick, y'all, because we're gonna speed this up for real. We're gonna speed this up. All right, y'all got all my attention right now for real. I'm trying to get the story, y'all. So boom, we get back. I get on the phone with my homegirl. Mind you, the whole time that I was out of town, I kept screenshotting his location, and this is where it kept saying. I'm gonna show y'all multiple screenshots I'm gonna put on the screen of where it kept on saying he was at. Mind you, this address is completely foreign. I don't know this address. He do not, to my knowledge, he don't know this address. So I'm kind of like, you know, where is he at? I don't think I was really asking him at the time, where are you at? I did ask him on one occasion, like, where was he at? Because he was at a trail or something one night, like some little park or something. And he was like, he was with his friends, but I don't think that he was with his friends one night. Even if to this day, you know, it is true that he was with his friends, that little piece of the story is so irrelevant. Either way, I don't think that he was with his friends. I think that he was with the female. Basically, I decided I'm gonna come back to the city, and I'm not gonna tell him that I'm back yet. Y'all, we had to get a little bit more personal. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. Boom. I'm on the phone with my homegirl, and we talking about everything. We talking about everything, like how I feel about his location, being at this same house, like over and over and over again. I keep seeing Ramona Boulevard. Personally, in a moment, I'm not knowing what Ramona Boulevard is. I'm not even knowing where that's at. So I'm like, Ramona Boulevard. Why do I keep on seeing this address? And I've never seen so-and-so address here before. She was a real friend that night, baby. She was on the phone with me all night. We went to sleep on the phone that night. We came back to the biddy around 12:30. At this point, now it's like 2 a.m. And I'm texting him. His location is off. I seen it at Ramona Boulevard, but then it went off. Now that I'm texting him right now in a moment, his location popped back on. It's at Ramona Boulevard still. So I'm like, where you at? Oh, I'm with my cousin. I had to bring my cousin so he could get the key to his dad's house. Okay, I know his cousin. I personally know his cousin. Me and his cousin got a whole separate relationship and bond outside of him. When me and him was going through what we was going through and we was not talking, I was still on good terms and talking and cool with his cousin. At one point, I called that my older brother, and he called me his little sister. So it's like, with me knowing your cousin all these past few years, your cousin ain't never mentioned his daddy. I don't even think your cousin know who his daddy is. That's how I'm thinking in my mind in the moment. Your cousin ain't never ever mentioned no dad or father figure. So I'm like, okay. So I'm knowing, but it's very easy to manipulate me and get me to, like, I could piece everything together, but you could come sit right here in my face and tell me, babe, I genuinely love you. Genuinely. I tried to make it seem like you was tripping. You was right, but I'm not gonna do it again. It was just a mistake. That's not the real me. The real me wanna be with you. I'm sitting there believing this is a mistake, because the person that I really know would not do this. But that is the person that you really know that is doing those foul things to you. So you really, like, for real, to all my ladies, do not let these men manipulate you. Like, if you see something that's not right, say something. And when you say something and no action gets taken from that, or your feelings do not get taken into consideration, it's time to move on. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that person have no respect for you. But anyways, though, back to the story. I'm giving y'all some real some real game. But anyways, back to the story. So me being how I am, and me being with my friend who on the phone, and she just like me, that was like my evil twin, y'all. Like, she was down. She was down to the ground, y'all. This friend was down to the depths of earth. If you watching, you know I'm talking about you. And she like, call the cousin. Call his cousin. It wouldn't be weird if you call his cousin, because y'all cool. So I called his cousin. You know, we having regular conversation. I'm like, where you at? What you doing? You been good? You been straight? His cousin like, yeah. I said, where your cousin at? You know, basically, where's my boyfriend? Where your cousin? Oh, I don't know. He had left not too long ago. I'm sipping on juicy crack because this is getting juicy. don't know where he at. He just told me he was with you. And y'all was getting the key to your father's house. So where's he at, babe? Stop playing with me. So I bypass it. I don't even say nothing. Y'all. I'm like, oh, okay. I ain't heard from him, but whatever. He'll call me. And then I'm like, well, it's getting late. Because at that point, it was already like 2 in the morning. So at this point that we done sat up on the phone, it's probably like 2:20, 2:30 now. So I'm like, well, I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to call you later. He like, all right, bet. I call my friend back. I'm like, girl, you're not going to believe what his cousin just said. His cousin done slicked hold on him because you so stupid. Why would you not tell your cousin to play along? You just lying on people. Then you lying on people that I know that I'm going to go to and ask. But you taking me for a dummy, so you're not even thinking that I'm finna call your cousin and see if you was really with him. I'm not stupid. But I was though. She like, go to the address, this address right here that's gonna pop up on the screen, whichever side it's gonna pop up on, I don't know, but the address right there on the screen, I think it's 675 Ramona Boulevard. She was like, go, drive over there, see if you see his car. So I'm like, you're right. First, I drove to their grandparents' house because their grandparents' house was where the car was always at. The car was not there. I don't know why I went to the grandparents' house, because the cousin was at the grandparents' house and he already said he didn't know where he was at, so he couldn't be there. But I drove over there anyway. If you stay in the Jacksonville area and you hear me saying Ramona Boulevard, I'm talking about the west side. I'm talking about all the way near Amazon. That's what I'm talking about. So I drove all the way to the west side to Ramona Boulevard, like 30-something minutes or whatever it was. I don't even remember. Phone dying and all, car charger got a shortage. I didn't care about none of that. I was on the way. It's some apartments. So I'm riding around the apartments looking for his vehicle. I do not see the vehicle nowhere, y'all. So I said, you know what? I'm finna drive back to the grandparents' house. I drove back to the grandparents' house thinking he just left from her house and he was going to the grandparents' house. But what he was doing is he was cutting his phone off. So I kept losing the location. So it was hard for me to really keep track and follow because I'm not going off of nothing. Y'all, he did not go to the grandparents' house. So I go to his mom's house. The car's outside. I get out of my car and I touch the hood, and the hood is hot. So I'm like, all right, you just got here for sure. I'm not stupid. The way I'm thinking is I just missed him. You just came from at the girl house and you just got home. So I'm like, you know what? You know, it is what it is. I missed him. I go to sleep. Because at this point, y'all, the sun is up. The people who going to work in the morning, they're up. They're out. Like, this is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna lose sleep behind no man. And that next morning when I woke up, y'all, I had decided, my mind is like a magic mind. So I had done decided, you know what? I'm gonna fake surprise him, because I'm like, I need to get in his phone. I know all the evidence is in that phone. You saying I'm on the way, you saying send me your low, send me your address, it's all in the cell phone. I'm knowing that. With me knowing that, I'm like, I gotta have a way to pop up. I can't come over here expect it, because if you know I'm coming to see you, then you're just gonna clear everything out the phone. I'm thinking, let me go buy his favorite smoothie from his favorite smoothie place and surprise him. Like, oh, I've been out of town all this time, I miss you, I haven't seen you, I'm gonna surprise you. That's not what I was doing though. I was really just trying to get to that phone. So I'm gonna tell y'all how I thought it was gonna go, and I'm gonna tell y'all how it really went. Because they two completely different things. I thought I was gonna go over there, get in the house, and be like, surprise, I got your favorite smoothie. We was gonna lay down, cut a movie on. I was gonna get him nice and relaxed, and I was gonna look him in his face and say, let me see your phone. Because what can you say? You gonna say no? He knew to never say no. You know what I'm saying? He'll sit there and let me go through it and see something in there that's gonna hurt me than to say no. Because if you say no to me, that I can't see it, period, oh, we're done. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. I was gonna find the messages and be like, oh yeah, you been at that bitch house, da 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 da. Not how it went. I get the smoothie, I drive over there. His mama be in the living room, sleep with TV on. His room is all the way in the back, and he be blasting music. That air coming on, y'all. but he be blasting music. So if somebody knock on the door, he can't hear. So I knock on the door soft. And she answered the door. She let me in. Of course, she let me in. We years in, y'all. We like 2 years in at this point, or like 2.5 years of me and this boy talking, like dating. I got the smoothie in my hand. So I walk down to the bedroom, like down the hallway. And when I walk in the room, I see red LED lights. That's the first thing I remember seeing was red LED lights. And I see 2 bodies in the bed.
So, my eyes are correct.
I see 2 bodies in the bed. I flipped the lights on. I said, who is this? As soon as he seen me, y'all, the first thing he did was like back all the way up to the headboard. Like they was both laying in the bed and he like backed up to the headboard. When she saw me, her back was facing me. His face was facing me when I walked in the room. So, you know, I'm seeing all of his face, all of his expressions. Her, I can't really see her like that. She got the cover over her. And I'm like... And people always ask me, like, when I tell the story, people always ask, what was they doing in the bed when you seen them in the bed? Was they cuddled up? No, they was not cuddled up. They was on 2 complete opposite sides of the bed and their backs was facing each other, but that's not relevant to me. Like, that's something so small in the story. The fact that you got a whole nother human in your bed, you playing with me, and I'm not to be played with. Do I look like I'm to be played with? No. First thing I did was whoosh, threw the smoothie everywhere around the room. I start racing out the room, like walking out the room. And I don't remember if I was yelling and cussing or not. I really honestly can't remember, y'all. This was literally 2021. I think I was like cussing. I wouldn't say yelling loud, but I definitely was like saying some stuff. And I walked out the house. I slammed the door behind me. I'm like trying to hurry up and get downstairs to my car because I know he's coming behind me. I know that for a fact. So I hurry up and go to my car. I get in my car, y'all. I'm trying to back it up. He running into the middle of the street. I'm trying to run him over. I'm trying to do damage. I'm trying to cause madness. I'm on 10. I'm feeling my ears hot and I'm just like trying to calm down. He coming to the side of the car. He like, let me just talk. So I roll down the window. I'm like, what? I'm like, what you gotta say? What? You got a whole female in your bed. Like, I'm mad, y'all. And when I get mad, everything changes. Like, it's a whole new person. Like, my facial expressions are very expressive. I'm very vocal. I'm very much aggressive in my tone and with my words, but not really aggressive physically. And I'm very much snappy. Like, I'm on your heels. Like, I'm on everybody's heels around me. So I'm asking him, like, say what you gotta say, say what you gotta say. I'm listening. You're not even saying nothing. You're not even saying nothing. Like, I'm going in, y'all. After the fact, when we talked about this conversation on a different tip, a more calmer and mature tip, I was asking him, like, why were you so stunned to speak? Like, why was you not saying nothing? You was begging to let you talk and hear you out. And he was like, yo, everything was just so open. Like, your whole, like, I just never seen you like that. Like, I couldn't even speak. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't find the words, basically, is what he was telling me. So, you don't want to see me mad, but let's just keep it cute and keep it sweet. Because, yeah, I get there and I take it there and I take it far. I skirt off or whatever, and I call my friend. I call her on the phone, and I'm like, I'm mad. I'm like, girl, I had this exact phone, so I'm like, he had something bad. The girl was in the bed. She was in the room. She's like, wait, did you find the phone? I'm like, I didn't even get to the phone. The girl was literally in the bed. She was in the room. They was in the bed together. Like, I'm telling her, and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, you know what? Bump that. I gotta go back. I feel like I ain't doing enough. I throw my car in reverse in the middle of the street, y'all. I kid you not. I throw my car in reverse. I back up. I turn around, do a whole 360. I pull up back to his apartment. I pull up so deadly, like, almost took the car out the ignition without putting the car even in park. Like, I'm pulling up so mad. I go back upstairs. I tell him come outside. When I told him to come outside, this is when, like, we was having a conversation and I was pretty much asking him a couple questions to get some information out of him. And then like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times I will do stuff and I won't even know why I'm doing it in a moment, but it always all adds up later on. Because I kind of already knew that I was gonna also have a conversation on another tip with her, but I didn't know that in the moment. I had no clue in the moment, but somehow I just knew. I don't know, somehow I just did it. And yeah, so this was this little clip right here. This is so embarrassing. What was the reason? See that you're laid in a bed with a female? Did y'all put it on your life? So what y'all doing in the bed?
Bro, it's literally not even like that, but I can't even say that because...
When did y'all first start talking?
Like, probably like a week ago.
When I went out of town?
Nah,
So-
that was before that.
Have you ever been to her house before?
No,
So she been here before though?
no, bro.
So this the first time she came?
Yeah, bro.
Who is that? Why are you still I done came through time after time and you're still with this? What more do you want? I don't understand. That's the end of the clip, y'all. But I just want to say to my future self and to my current self, it's really nothing to say, because I know for a fact that I would never ever be that down bad behind a man ever again in my life. I would never be that down bad for nobody. I know my role and I know my place, and I know when I'm playing my role and it's still not going right, I'ma just step back. Never again. That's very embarrassing, and that's the most down bad I have definitely ever heard myself. Like, that's so pathetic and desperate. I would never ask a man, what more do I have to do for you? Never. I walked back in the house and I told him, I said, we finna take her home. She finna go home. And he like, what you mean? I'm like, she finna go home. So I walked straight in the house and I walked straight to the bedroom. I told her, get your stuff, you finna go home. Like, pack your stuff up. She started packing her stuff up, you know what I'm saying? And they did, everybody had on clothes. You know, like when I bust in the room and stuff, everybody had on clothes. And I'm standing there at the door, waiting on her to get her stuff, waiting on them to get their stuff. I'm just standing there looking like, yeah, pack it up, let's go, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, like, all right, we coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could wait down the hallway. Like, you don't have to wait right here in the bedroom. So, you know, I'm like, okay, maybe I am doing too much. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go in the dining room. Mind you, the living room and dining room is right across from each other. And I just told y'all his mom would be inside of the living room watching TV. She's like, Faith, whatever y'all have going on, like, y'all can get through it. Y'all can get past it. Like, y'all are still young. Just talk it out. Like, mind y'all, we never ever had no issue like this before. I never stormed out his house or disrespected him in his mama's house or disrespected his mom's house. Never. I'm not that type of female. So I'm actually saying this, like, I'm sitting there looking like this. Like, as soon as she started opening her mouth saying y'all could work on this, I'm like, it's nothing to talk out. He got a whole girl in his bed. What you mean? Like, what you mean work what out? Like, I'm feeling tried. I'm feeling tried, y'all. And when I feel tried, it don't matter who it is that's making me feel tried. I'm gonna give like that energy. Like, what you mean? Like, you sound stupid. Like, no disrespect to his mom though, but that's just how I was feeling in the moment. I'm like, what you mean? She like, he got a whole girl in his bed right now. He got somebody in my house. I'm like, yes. She get up, y'all. She went back there and she started cursing him out. And his mom was just like, you know, all the stuff that this girl do for you and this and that, and all the stuff that her mom do for, you know, do for me and do for us as well. Like, why are you doing her like this? And he was just kind of like, I got it, Ma. Like, I got it. Like, you know, trying to just like make everything more calmer, because it was just a lot coming at him at once, I guess. After that happened or whatever, and they settled down, they get their stuff, we get inside the car. It was a 2-seater car, and I told her, get in the car. She probably thinking I'm finna swing on her or something, y'all. I'm not even worried about this little girl. I peep her like steady, like looking back, like trying to watch her back. My frustration wasn't to her in the moment. It was to him. It really wasn't to her. So it was really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to her with me, honestly, it's still to this day not really nothing, because, you know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant. So it's too irrelevant, and it's ugly and broke. But as soon as we get in the car, he got the music blasting. He always drives with the music blasting real loud. You can't hear nothing in the car. If I scream both of their names, they would not be able to hear me. So we start driving to take her home, y'all, and I'm texting in my group chat. I'm gonna put the messages on the screen if I can find them. And I'm telling them, like, y'all, please don't never let me get in another relationship. Like, I'm done. Like, this is just too much. Like, you know, like, I was really hurt. I was genuinely hurt. I was really hurt because as we was taking her home, y'all, I'm noticing that we taking the same route that I just took last night at like 3 in the morning when I was running around looking for him. I just took this route to go to the south side. I meant to go to the west side near Ramona Boulevard. I think it's Mid-Dove. I think it's that exit. I don't remember what exit it was. Some exit with like construction right there. And I'm just like, when we took that exit, y'all, I started bawling out, crying in the back seat because it's like, wow, like it was really, the reality of it was really hitting me because, you know, I'm being thrown off so much. Like, the girl in the house, I'm expecting to just catch the girl in your phone. She in the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling played, something like, dang, did your mama know somebody was in here? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on in my head at once. And then I'm just thinking, like, we taking her home, I'm not even knowing why. And now I'm sitting in the back seat and I'm knowing why all of this has led up to this like this, because I know for a fact that this the same route I took. So I know this the same girl. Like, wow, you really been seeing this girl even before I even went out of town. Y'all been seeing each other. You been going over there. You just lied to my face on the recording and said she never came over there and you never went over there. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a realization moment, and it was very hurtful for me, and I started breaking down, crying and stuff. We got to her house. She got out the car, whatever, and I got out behind her and I shut the door. And he was still sitting in the car, and I was just asking her questions about them, like, how long have y'all been talking? The same questions. How have you been over there? Have he been over here? The same questions, but I'm getting different answers. And I'm just asking her a bunch of different stuff, like, just to see. And she's basically spinning it to me like, oh, he told me that, yeah, he had a girlfriend, but his girlfriend was cool with him having friends. So, you know, I'm kind of on the tip, like, in my head, like, girl, you know good and well, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody would kind of know him. Why do you want to be friends with him so bad? You know what I'm saying? It was just like a lot, y'all. And then she started crying because she was relating it back to her current relationship. And I'm piecing together that she actually got a whole nigga, but sneaking around in the bed with my niggas.
What? Child. Anyway, so.
Y'all, it was a lot going on at once. And that ended up being that, y'all. Like, that ended up being that. Immediately after all of this happened, I'll put the screenshot up here for y'all to see. I posted that I was single, and it was so many people responding in my DMs like, you're cap, you're lying, da 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 da, like, you're not really single. Is you really single, or you just mad? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I'm actually single. And it was a lot of them, you know, they was on my body quick, y'all. Oh, you single now? Oh, perfect. I been wanting you. Like, like, y'all didn't even let me grieve. Like, they was on me. Are you okay? I want you. Good morning. Like, they was on me, y'all. So, you know, whole time that people texting my phone talking about, oh, I want you, da-roo. You got this girl twisted and putting little stuff in your hair, curling your hair for you, doing your hair. And I'm just like, really? Like, wow. I'm reading through you and the girl conversation, y'all messages, like, I'm getting paragraphs that other people typing out to me about how they can't believe you would do me like this. Like, his other boys telling me they don't understand how you could ever treat me like this. Like, that's so embarrassing, y'all. That's so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. So then it's like the girl is sitting here posting in your clothes, in your bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Like, posting y'all on the trip, like posting y'all at the beach. She posting laid inside your bed watching YouTube. It was definitely like reassuring me that it was time for me to just move on and go ahead on with my life. But I couldn't get the message, y'all. I had to literally stay and let him put me through more, even after seeing him in the bed with a whole female and all of that. So it was just like, y'all probably like, dang, this girl got so many screenshots and so much proof. It's just like, I can vividly recall one time something happening with me and him, and he asked me, like, I caught him doing something, I was questioning him about it, and he asked me, he was like, well, do you got any proof of me doing this? And I had no proof. And he didn't even say, y'all, this man didn't even say, like, no, you got it all wrong. It's not really like that. Like, why you think this like that? Like, why, where you got that from? Who told you that? He just straight up said, looked me in my face and said, do you have any proof? And I didn't have no proof. He knew he deleted the proof. So it was like, you know, after that, I always kept my receipts. I always kept my receipts even before that. But still, when that happened right there, I was like, yes, I have to keep my receipts at all times. I would never let nobody play with me. Don't let these men manipulate y'all. Like, you got way too much life to live, and there's way too many men out here that's gonna keep it a buck with you. I really just want to end this video off with saying, this is exactly why you cannot play with me. This is exactly why I cannot be manipulated. This story right here is exactly why you have to come trim. And so many of y'all men gonna look at it like, why do I have to do the most because somebody else did do the most? Like, that situation with you walking in on your ex and a girl in the bed, that have nothing to do with me. Why does that mean I have to come trim now? It's not even about the old situation or what happened with me and somebody else, because that don't have nothing to do with you. You 1000% right. But at the end of the day, now I'm realizing that what I was asking was not too much. So you have to at least, it's not about coming trim and like buying somebody a car, buying somebody a Birkin. It's not about that. It's about coming correct. Do what you say you're gonna do and treat me how you're supposed to treat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, act accordingly. It's not about coming trim, but it's about coming correct. When you come to me, you're gonna come correct. When you approach me as a female, as a lady, you're gonna come correct. And if not, then you're gonna get corrected. So it's like, yeah. And this is why I give y'all a hard time. Like, this is why I'm not easy. Y'all all sit up and y'all lie and y'all manipulate and y'all cheat and y'all just play it like I don't lie, I'm not like that. Somebody who is not like the rest of y'all is not gonna sit around and tell me all day that he's not like the rest of y'all. He's gonna show me. So if you're not coming to me showing me nothing, what do you expect for me to go off of? Your words? I'm not into words. We're gonna connect with each other, learn each other, have a conversation face to face. We're gonna touch grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really out here to be playing with y'all. So I just wanna say, this is why. It's a little story I wanted to tell y'all. I feel like this is a very good story time. I could not get into my seafood how I really wanted to, y'all, because like I really wanted to go ahead and tell the story. And the seafood was gonna slow me down way too much. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this story. I did leave, like, you know, some stuff out of the story. A lot of certain receipts and stuff, I left it out of the story just out the fact that I don't have to go that far. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm not really doing this story to make nobody feel bad or to bash nobody. We was kids. Everything he did, we was young. I have no clue what his character is like today. Once I cut you off, like, you lose access to me for good, because you see how hard I kept trying and trying and trying. I probably got cheated on like over 10 times in that relationship. And it was a couple bodies he caught on me, a couple. So like, I'm not really into like, we could still be cool or cordial. You know what I'm saying? Once we're done, once I'm done, I'm completely done. You're dead to me. I'd be forgetting you even exist for months at a time. So yeah, I'm just leave it at that. I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Personally, I like to get down and dirty in my food, and I can't really focus on the story when I'm getting down dirty in my food. Like, I hope y'all enjoyed watching me eat a little bit, and you know, just enjoyed seeing a different side of me, because this is the side of me that's like, hey, I feel played, like you cannot play with me. And you know what I'm saying, I don't always have to broadcast and show that side, because it's not necessary. A lot of people come around me and I already get the vibe of, I know I can't play with her. So, you know, I really don't have to do all that. Another layer to faith. And I know a lot of y'all is probably like, oh my God, I can't believe she went through all that. I had no clue. Because I just don't, I'm a very private person, y'all. I don't know. That's all I have to say though, y'all. That's all I have to talk about. And I got some more footage dropping very soon for y'all. Thank you for all your support. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you also turn on your post notifications so that you can be notified every single time I drop a new video. And I just love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next drop.